I'm Oliver Kenyon, co-founder here at ConversionWise, and I'm back to give you free conversion rate audits. Okay guys, so it is super good to be back doing these free audits for you and the community. And if you're watching this and wondering how do you get your own free audit, where we will give you free tips and tricks of how you can skyrocket your conversion rate, then just wait to the end of the video. I will walk you through everything you need to know, exactly how to get that free audit. It couldn't be easier, and I'll do that right at the end. But just a quick few announcements. If you are watching this inside our community, please head on over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification button, because you will not want to miss out on all of the videos that we are dropping. We consistently drop the latest tips, tricks, and things that you can easily implement in your campaigns to skyrocket your conversion rate. So make sure you head on over, just go to YouTube and search for ConversionWise, hit that subscribe button as I said, give us some support, show us some love. But let's jump into these audits. So all week inside the community, people have been posting their landing pages up for audits. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to share some quick and simple tips that you can do on these pages to increase that conversion rate. But just briefly to touch on exactly what we do here at ConversionWise, we focus on conversion design as opposed to conversion rate optimization, and it couldn't be explained cleaner than in this graph in front of you on my screen. Conversion design is a list of principles that we have jam-packed within our checklist and blueprint that, if done correctly on your pages, will dramatically increase your conversion rate from day one versus, as you can see this red line, conversion rate optimization, which is a long drawn out process. With conversion rate optimization, it takes time, it takes money, it takes input. You're basically going off guesswork, and we have devised a strategy called conversion design that can actually get you converting far higher than conversion rate optimization from the day you implement things that I'm about to share with you on this video. As always, I ask for one thing back from you. If you are watching this and you are applying what I teach on your pages, or maybe I'm actually auditing one of your pages, all that I ask, literally all that I ask for this free information that could transform your business, is that you implement it. Take action and implement it. Take action like these people did, where we're seeing 300, 400% increases in conversion rates. Okay, take action like Good Life competitions that saw their conversion rate increase by 125%. Helmet Flare went 359% increase in conversion rates. Okay, take action like Adam did, where within 2 to 3 days of implementing what we taught him, he went from a 1.5 to a 3%. He doubled his business in 2 to 3 days. Okay, take action like Jake did, okay, who his conversion rate increased by 50% in a matter of days. Phil went from 7.9 to 10.4%. Sean went from 0.5% to 2.3%. Okay, so what we are about to show you in this video is real. If you just take action and implement, I promise you this will transform your business. This is the power of conversion design. So let's jump into it. Let's go to the first page. And as ever, I never really look at these pages before. I want to give you my real kind of real life experience of me just viewing these pages as almost like a user. Okay, so this is like me coming onto your page for the first time and seeing exactly what you do. And I will just pick out and critique your page and give you some couple of tweaks that anyone can implement if you do similar, but that you can implement to increase your conversion rates. So let's start with this page. Very attractive page. The first thing that I see above the fold, it's very busy, too busy in my opinion. So we have lots of text, lots of icons, and it just seems too busy. And also I'm on a MacBook here. I think this is 13-inch, and above the fold, I can't see a call to action. I see 0 social proof. I see 0 trust. So these are things that we always say should be above the fold. The elements above the fold should be a nice video and an image, tick, a strong value proposition, which we'll cover shortly, social proof, trust, and a good call to action. And you're missing 3 or 4 of these things straight off. So let's have a look. Exclusive for professionals, entrepreneurs, and business owners. Okay, learn how to break free from negative emotions, OCD addictions, habits and behaviors, etc., without yoga, meditation, or counseling. Okay, that's good. I mean, the benefit is there. I want to break free from the negative emotions. Kickstart your transformation journey by achieving at least one transformation in the workshop itself. Okay, so break free from negative emotions is a great value proposition. I just feel like that should be your headline. You don't necessarily need these other bits. I would probably do these in bullet points because you have them like down here. So I would turn this to be a little bit more benefit driven. So I would turn this headline to be like, learn how to break free from negative emotions and live a happier and more fruitful life. Okay, and that would be my headline, because that's more, you need to hit on emotions. You need to hit on people's emotions. Beyond that, you can then break down the OCD addictions as you have done here. But I feel like this is too scattered. This should be in one neat list as opposed to left and right. So I would just put this in one neat list, and there's too much text. Often if you feel like you have to provide too much text, but people don't read it. So instead, I challenge whoever's page this is to turn these supporting text into one line and bold the key emotive terms. So you could easily have these just as 4 tick marks with the headline and the title, and it would look aesthetically a lot more attractive. But what also it would do, if you then make that headline one line and these just one line, it would pull everything up. Okay, so when you think of above the fold, it's what loads in that first screen, and you need everything to load above the fold. Okay, so turn this into one line. This should just be that one liner here. And then also you're missing social proof. So I would then put 4.5 gold stars or Trustpilot stars, or whatever you want to do, whichever color, up here in this line here where you've got this space, and put some social proof. So, do something like, we always encourage to be an emotive social proof. So it would be something like rated 4.9 out of 5 by 100 plus people who beat their addictions. Like, that's the benefit. That's the end game for your consumer. So that's where you need to put it, right in front of their face. Slap them with it as soon as they load on that page. Okay, so we're missing that social proof. So get these all in bullet points. So 4 bullet points with one-liners. Turn this into an emotive one-liner. Pull everything up and then put that social proof above the fold. Okay, so you have 0 social proof. Put that above the fold. Nice video. I'm not going to go watch this video, but it seems like you've got a cool video. If you can, hide these buttons. I know you can in Vimeo, so hide this as well. Just have it so that it shows the play button in the middle. Just Google that. It's very easy to do within Vimeo. It's good that you're serving your video on Vimeo though, because it will load quicker. Reserve a seat today to unlock bonuses worth. Okay, that's a cool little tagline. And then we have our call to action. Now, what's wrong with this call to action? Okay, first and foremost, the biggest thing that's a no-no is when I see brands who their color and their style guide is clearly like this orange, and then the button is exactly the same color. It doesn't stand out enough. So first and foremost, when you pull everything up, we need this to be above the fold. But secondly, this button needs to stand out more. So turn this into like an electric green or a red or something that's going to almost clash with your style palette, okay? Unleash the power of emotions at... Okay, so I think this is the price point. It's quite a good call to action, but when it's something that they're doing now, you need to get them into the mentality of doing it instantly. So I like buzzwords. I like instant, skyrocket, boost, unlock's good, unleash is good, but I would probably change this to say something like instantly overcome your demons, or instantly cure your addiction, or something that's a bit more instant. Now you want the words like now or instant. And if you've watched any of our videos as well, we always preach having a emoji on the button, so make sure you put that emoji at the end of the call to action. And there's lots that you can do above this fold. I think there's also need for trust, so we need some trust up above the fold, and some scarcity. So trust would be like, have you had any famous people within the space that have written about you, who have talked about you? Put those here in a bar like trusted by. But also when it comes to a program like this, where it's like quite a personal development thing, you might want to instill trust by saying something like that. Put like a trust something up at the top that says like, this is a one-to-one session, or we don't share any information with other people. We treat your addiction seriously and never share any personal information. Something like that. I think would really instill some trust above the fold on this page. Another couple of things above the fold as well, sorry I'm giving you a lot of information, is include some form of like scarcity, especially in your headline. So I like this, but I would probably replace this with something like only 3 more spots available at the current price. Or it's really good to have when you're doing courses and when you're doing webinars, etc., to have to space scarcity on seasonal stuff. So for example, we're in spring right now, so you could have like a spring emoji at the top and saying something like spring discount only available for the next 3 people. Okay, so that's that form of scarcity. And then also, we talk about buffers by our call to action buttons. Wherever you have a call to action button, make sure you instill trust and social proof. So have a review below your button and have payment icons. Whatever payment processes you accept, have those icons below that button. Going down the fold, I've already spent a lot of time above the fold, which is the most important part of your page. And trust me, if you do those things, you will increase your conversion rates. We then get hit with some social proof, which is good. And this is trust. This is a form of trust and social proof, which is great. However, often we say to follow the AIDA principle. So I'll look further down your page and see if we can actually move this section. What will you learn in the workshop? Okay, so the big bit that's missing straight away is it's great to know what I'm learning in the workshop, but first and foremost, I need to know how I get that workshop. So you've probably watched some of our videos before. I would change this section to be that 1, 2, 3 section where it's like emotive headline. So it's like instantly get the help you deserve. Not need, deserve, because that's more of a benefit-driven headline. Need seems like the connotation is that you're needy and you have to have this because something's not right with you, whereas deserve is like playing on that emotion that you deserve the help, okay? So 3 simple steps to get the help you deserve. And then it's like 1 with an icon. 1, enroll in our plan today at the discounted rate. 2, get instant access to the video or the course, whatever you're selling. And then 3 is always the benefit. So 3 is then something like, fight your demons and and live a better and healthier life. Okay, so that's the benefit. So that's what should be here. Then we can go into what you learn. This is quite nice. I quite like this section. Nothing wrong with this at all. Although I would, when you're pitching something like a marketing course, secret as a buzzword is fine because people want to unveil their secrets. When you're pitching something that's more of a personal thing to overcome addiction and stuff, I don't know if necessarily secret is the word that I would pick because it seems more scammy. So I would probably change that word to something that's more supportive. You know, see how I flipped needed to deserve, something that's a bit more supportive. But what you'll learn in this workshop is fine. Again, wherever your call to actions are, have that emoji, change the color. This doesn't stand out. This just looks like a headline. Just looks like a headline. So shorten that call to action text. Get instant access now. Emoji, green. Buffer it. Have the payment seals. Have a testimonial below it. Okay, who's this workshop for is good. However, this is boring. So what you need to do here is add pictures or icons of the professionals, whether it's just emojis, that works, whatever you want. But you need something to break up the white noise. This is very plain. So do that with icons. Again, call to action. It's not a bad thing to have one. Just add those buffers. Negative emotions can affect your 5 areas of life. Fine. You're educating. You're piquing people's interest. You're following that AIDA principle. That's fine. I'm not good, guys. I can't obviously go into every single detail of every page because that's what we do as a service and a solution. But hopefully you can pick out some things that will really help increase your conversion rates. Want to see more? Meet me live. It's worth it. Unlock bonuses. Bonus stack. That's good. Fine. Okay. Your bonus stack's good. Time is running out. So make sure you always have this run. That's fine. This is classic kind of Russell Brunson bonus stack. Nothing wrong with that. But again, you need your social proof. And also I would probably have this at the bottom of the page. Now you're introducing yourself. Fine. Another kind of cost. To me, this is all a little bit long-winded. It's far too long of a page. I would shorten these sections up. There is another kind of cost. Okay. Then you have your desire section. That's fine. Get your health, well, inspiration back. Become productive. Fine. Okay. So this section is pretty much what I would shorten this to. So I would get rid of this long-winded section and just kind of merge the 2 sections to have it here. Still wondering if the workshop is for you. It's made for... Okay. This is cool. But where you have text like this, you need to bold the keywords. So bold, physically exhausted, suffering, like bold, hit those pain points, make it emotive. So bold those keywords. Then you have frequently asked questions, which is good. And then at the bottom, you have a very minimal call to action. Your call to action at the bottom section here should be very similar to the one at the top. Okay, so you don't need as much as the top because it's already too busy. The biggest problem with your page is I just think it's quite busy. So I would just strip out some things, simplify it a little bit. and touch on some more emotive stuff. Let's have a quick look at the mobile. I will be covering some mobile stuff today, guys. But really, the reason we go desktop first is because, it's the elements in conversion design that are more important than the actual design itself. Okay, so it's the elements that are in with our blueprint and our checklist that you can get at with our course or when you hire us as an agency that are more important than this on mobile, that on mobile. So if I do it on desktop, it's more visual. The elements then stack on mobile fine. The most important thing with mobile is to get the key elements above the fold. So again, just by shortening this headline, you pull everything up. In this missing gap here, you can put that social proof with the review. I would possibly pull all of this up. Yeah, your headline's far too big. And then make sure that call to action appears above the fold. But if you pull all this up, that will happen. Okay, so it's just important that your call to action appears above the fold. Everything else on mobile looks good. Condensed, not a problem with that at all. You might just want to put a sticky CTA at the bottom. You also might want to split test things like when it comes to these videos, just put them on a scroll on mobile because it takes up a lot of real estate, but do that with less important items. Okay, so hopefully that's helped. Right, let's move on to our second one. Okay, so Budai Media, do you want to make more with e-commerce email marketing? Of course, we all do, right? But what is the benefit for me making more? More what? More money, more leads, more... Again, what is the benefit? So this looks to me like it's more of it's like a kind of advertorial slash sort of VSL type page, but I still need those elements above the fold. Okay, so you have a huge gap here, pull this all up, introduce some scarcity. So, again, that kind of headline with like only three more spaces available due to capacity. Get yours now. Okay, so you still need that form of scarcity. When it comes to your headline, I would again switch this to be more emotive and more benefit driven. Do you want to make more with e-commerce email marketing? It's so generic. It's so blah, plain. Like it's good because it reads more like a blog post, but I would change that to be like how to make more, or how to increase your revenue via email without spending an additional penny on ad spend. Like, see how much more emotive that is and powerful, and you've just given it a benefit. Whereas it's like, do you want to make more from e-commerce marketing? Yeah, of course we all do, but it just seems like another scammy kind of blog post. Okay, so have that. Have your social proof. So even though it's an article, you can still put a testimonial above the fold here. I would also try and pull a call to action above the fold if you can. Maybe do it up here. So maybe you have that kind of enroll now button up here, because I understand that this is more of an advertorial type page. I'm not going to go through all the copy, but what I would say is bold some of the stuff. In 3 short years, we generated 30 million extra revenue. So bold that as a keyword, as a standout phrase. Underline it. Okay. So if you look at our testimonials on our page and like our headlines, look how we kind of make things stand out. Okay. Especially on the testimonials. So look, we underline the keywords because people don't read these like long testimonials, but what they do, we automatically draw attention to these keywords by underlining them. Okay, so do something similar. Underline the key stuff, bold the key stuff, get people interested, pique their interest, make them scroll down. Then you have a video. Again, I'm not going to go into the video, but I'm sure it looks good. Do you want to stop leaving money on the table? Again, it's a question. I would tell them. I would say, stop leaving money on the table today. Something like that. That's more hits them a bit harder. Okay, get the course now. You haven't really pre-sold me. You haven't really told me what you're doing to then give me this call to action. And when you do have this call to action, it's the age-old thing that this is a green color, your brand is all green, and you put your color button as green. The actual text itself is good. I would have an emoji apart as opposed to the chevron, and then support it. Change it to an orange. Change it to a red. A different color. Put a testimonial below it. Put the payment seals that trust and social proof that we always talk about. This gap is just ludicrous. Not sure why there's a huge gap. Never ever have big gaps in your pages. Pull that straight up. Results of our clients. Okay, so the biggest problem here, let me just scroll through the rest of the page, is your layout. Okay, so the biggest problem here is you're kind of doing it advertorial at the top, which is fine. But then you're just saying, here's a video, get the course. You haven't yet piqued my interest. You haven't yet told me how I get the course, what's in the course, what's the benefit of the course. So the layout is the biggest problem here. Underneath here, this is where you need to go into this section. So what's inside? And what's inside is such a generic headline again. So turn it into like what you'll get today from joining the course, okay? And then, you need to bold some of this stuff, include some icons, include some images are fine, but include some icons and call it out. Okay, so this is cool, this is fine, but pull all this up. So this needs to go here. And then again, as I said to the guy who did the workshop here, have that 3 steps. So how you can skyrocket your revenue with email within 3 simple steps. Step 1, instantly join our course today. Step 2, instantly get access to all the information, the spreadsheets, the checklist, the blah, blah, blah that you need today. And step 3 is earn additional revenue without spending a penny. Okay? That's what you need here. Then you can go into the interest section here, which is like interest. Then it's desire, which is, you've got this right. So this comes into desire. So make sure you kind of merge this with this. When it comes to your desire section, again, more of an emotive headline. So something like hear from others making extra revenue from their emails. It's more benefit driven on that headline. Okay, and then when it comes to testimonials, no one is going to read this. The font's too small. It's too long. It's good that you've got real pictures and the names and the roles that they do, but you need to shorten these testimonials. Shorten them to like these size. These size is okay. This size is okay. This is too long. And then bold, underline, call out those key elements. What the most powerful reviews, by the way, are the reviews that have like, we earned an additional, or we went, here we go. We already had an email for 32. Now we're 50. Like, look at our reviews on our site. We call out that conversion rate increase 50%. The percentage increase, massive, okay? So you can get away with longer testimonials if you make them interesting and like call out those kind of key things. The other things that you're missing from these testimonials is, and it sounds stupid, but having stars next to each one. So having those like 5 stars or 5 Trustpilot stars next to each one will increase your conversion rate, but it's good that you have social proof. That's good. So we have the social proof. Again, call to action, change that color of the button, add a testimonial underneath, add some trust with payment sales. FAQ is good. Another call to action. So this is now about you, authority, great. And then you need a better call to action at the bottom. So you need a whole section that's similar to like a proper call to action. The other thing that you're not doing on here is you don't have a form of offer stack. So refer back to this student or a person's page that's selling something quite similar, like a workshop. Look at their offer stack. So you are missing, where is it? Here. You're missing this section where it's like, grab it now, what you'll get. You'll get this bonus, you'll get this, you'll get this, you'll get this, you'll get this. You're not layering your offer. So make sure you have that as well. Okay, so hopefully that's helped. Moving on to this third page. So this to me looks like it's a kind of a listicle where you kind of show the top 10 something. Obviously this is in a foreign language, but it looks like it's loans, which is fine. Okay, so content, this will probably be for search reasons, which is fine. It gives you authority. I'm just going to scroll through this page. So we get all sorts of different pages. It's not just lead gen. It's not just webinars, courses, ecom. The principles that we teach in conversion design are adaptable to every single type of page, niche, vertical, advertorial, pre-sale, multi-step, sales versus lead gen. So it's the design principles in our blueprint and our checklist that you get when you join our course that are adaptable to any sort of pages. So having a look at this, let's have a quick look. Best consumer loan in April 2020. We have tested and ranked all unsecured loans in Norway, which is cool. We have tested. Okay, fine. So above the fold just to me looks a little bit too text heavy. So as far as the content, we have tested and ranked all unsecured loans. So make it's great. This is a benefit, but make it about the consumer, not about you. So flip this text to be like, we have spent hours or months or years or whatever. We have spent years testing all unsecured loans in Norway, so saving you time and money, so you don't have to. Flip it to a benefit. Then Okay, you can go into more content here, but again, it's boring text. So bold the keywords, call things out. These are cool, but I would keep them short and sweet. And then you have your trust, but you have 0 social proof. So again, if you have been rated on Trustpilot or you have X amount of users, put that social proof. It maybe would slot in here, or it may be slotted in the header, but you need like those 5 stars, and you need to call out that you've someone's getting a good result from this. So have a physical picture of someone, a picture, and a quote that says like, I saved X amount with your website. Thank you so much. It's changed my life, or something like that. You need to call out that social proof. Moving down the page, because these are so different to your typical kind of landers, I think it's just important that we have the elements in place. Again, I think when it comes to listicles, it's these top 2 that you're probably getting the most payouts for. So you're right in making these stand out, but these could actually stand out more. What I would do for these 2, because these are your most 2 important, it's great that you have the Trustpilot here. I would also put it here, but I would change the call to action button to different colors. I've seen this recently in a test. When it comes to these sorts of offers, continue as a call to action seems to work better than like search now. So just put continue, and I guarantee you will get a higher click-through rate to your next page. And I would also add a stroke to these boxes. So I'd make these boxes stand out more. So this blue color, stroke this whole box in a blue color so it just stands out more. Okay, so I think the boxes themselves are good. You have all the information. You have social proof. You have the thing. You have the tick marks. Again, bold some of these keywords. Lowest interest rate, for free. Get instant answers straight away. What you might want to do as well is actually add a physical review as well. So pull their Trustpilots and put like a physical text review on these 2 boxes as well. I'm guessing you're not too fussed about these other boxes because it's the top 2 that you want people to click. And then, to be honest, I think this is probably here for search, so I'm not going to go too far into detail about this. FAQ is great. Need a call to action at the bottom to bring people back up. I always say this, if you don't have a call to action at the bottom of your page, it's like someone watching a film or a movie. They get to the end and there's no end, and they're just pissed off because they've just been through the whole film and they can't do what they want. They can't get that conclusion. It's the same here. Okay, so you haven't got that conclusion. So have a call to action so it brings them back up to the top. And then the other thing I think you're missing down below the fold is some social proof. So people reviewing your service, case studies, that would certainly increase your click-through. So just have a quick look at this one on mobile. So inspect. Cool. So again, yeah, it's just boring. So just maybe change this into bullet points. Add some social proof with some Trustpilot icon above the fold. This shouldn't be on 2 lines. You see where like this is on like 2 lines? On mobile, it's very easy just to pull this up onto 1 line, and you just save that real estate. And then when it comes to the box itself, just apply the things I've just said on the desktop to these ones, and just make it stand out a bit more. Make it stand out a bit more, those top 2 boxes. Hopefully that helps. Right, getting into the next one, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. If you are noting things down, you'll see patterns starting to form. This stuff isn't rocket science. It's just that we've been doing this for 9 years. We've worked with some of the biggest direct response companies in the world on this sort of stuff, getting them instant results from day one, because although conversion rate optimization is a great tool, it just takes time and money and effort, and you guesswork. Does this work versus this? We know what works, so we've put that into practice with conversion design. Okay, buy direct online. So whoever linked me to this page has linked a step 2. So this to me looks like a thank you page. So I'm guessing someone's already filled in a form. Now they're going to get their discounted furniture pricing. Final step, tell us what you are after and wanting, and we'll do the rest. Okay, cool. Thank you for your details. Please, I'm just reading over this because again, it's not a conventional normal page. It's a step 2. So thank you for your details. Please tell us about the furniture requirements and we will provide you with tailored solutions same day. Okay, right. First and foremost, I think you're confusing this if it's really a step 2 and you're trying to do too much at once. What ultimately, when people fill in that first form, what's your ultimate goal from this step 2? I'm guessing it's to fill in this form. The trouble with trying to do everything at once is if you give people too much options, they won't pick one. So I would strip this right back. I would get rid of your call button because you want them to fill in the form. I would get rid of your save and other products here and get furniture deals because you want them to fill in the form. What will happen is people will scroll, if they do scroll far down, and they'll start clicking these sort of buttons, and then they'll go out of your ecosystem and they won't do anything else. So I would just have this very direct response above the fold form, and we can do some cool things with this form. So let's take this as the form. There's a couple of things I would do here. So first and foremost, thank you for your deal details. Great. I would now tell them that they are just a few seconds away from whatever the benefit is. So please tell us about your furniture requirements. We'll provide you with a tailored solution. Same day. You call out same day, that's great. But I would say something like, please take a couple of seconds to fill in this form to get an instant quote on the same day, or to save money on your furniture with the same day quote. Guaranteed same day quote. Like underline, bold, highlight that guaranteed same day quote. Okay. Now get discount furniture pricing today. Fine. You probably don't need that headline again. What works very well on multi-step is if you have like a bar and you tell them where they are. So on that first page, you may have a bar that says you're at step 1. On here, I would like here, instead of this headline, I would have like, you've probably seen them, but it's where it's like a bar with a line, with a dot, with a line, with a dot, and have the first bit filled in with color to say that you've been to step 1, you're on step 2, and then have step 3 visual and say like instant quote today. So they know, they can visualize that one more step and they're getting that instant quote. So I would replace that here. Final step, tell us what you are after or are wanting a quote on and we'll do the rest. Fine, I would just say something like, fill in the form below and we'll be in touch with the quote today. Then your form itself, you might want to make this stand out a bit more just by putting a container around the actual form itself. The form looks fine. How many desks are you interested in? Do you require? Fine, this is cool. Like the form's fine. The functionality of the form is okay. Already know what you want. Tell us about it. Your tailored solution. Have any questions? You might want to try, I would definitely split test single line form. So one form versus the two that you have like side by side. Single might convert better. Just because this looks like a lot of information in one bit. I like it because it pulls everything above the fold. But it just seems like you're asking for a lot of information. And again, if you don't need the answers to these questions, then don't ask them, if that makes sense. The less on the form, the better. Submit for pricing. Very, very unemotive call to action. Change that to something like, get my quote now, or get instant quote now. Something that's way more hard hitting, way more like instant now, get, not just submit for pricing. Get my quote now, something that's more emotive. You're also missing social proof. So again, above the fold, you might want something like the 5 stars and just have a quote from someone who said, call something out. Like I've seen down here, I think you've got loads of social proof here. Pull something out of a client that goes like, buy direct online, saved me $50,000 headaches and time and money. Okay, so pull something out that's above the form that makes people want to fill this form, man, because you're going to save them time and money. Working on tight line, no price, first time around. That's cool. You've got that. And I've also noticed down here you've got some trust. So you've obviously worked for these companies. Pull these right up. These should be like probably just below your form in one clear line. So pull the top like 8 and just put them in one clear line here. And under here, have underneath your button, wherever that you have lead generation forms, have like the unlock emoji and put something like your information is safe and we will never spam you, or something like that. Something that instills that trust. Okay. So yeah, I think there's some really cool things you can do to this. I just think you need to simplify it, strip everything else out. If you don't want other people getting distracted, strip everything else out. I like this image down here because this shows that you're real people, but I don't think you should ask for a call if you're trying to get a form fill. So maybe just pull all this up so you have this image, at the bottom here. Okay, but just keep it all above the fold and simplify it. Just have a quick look on mobile as well. Cool, way too long to get to your form. So one line, make sure all this text is on like 1 or 2 lines. Have your social proof. I would replace your call button with social proof and then have the form above the fold, at least starting above the fold. Okay, moving on to the last one of this video. So this is a Dentiva Live. The event for enterprising dentists. Okay, interesting. Make a strategic plan for the development of the practice in 2 days seminar. Cool. What do people get when they join this dentist live event? What do they get? A strategic plan? Fucking boring. Excuse my French. No one wants a strategic plan. What do they want? They want to make more money. That's ultimately what people are joining your course or live seminar, whatever it is. Ultimately, they want more money. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing this. So that's what you want to lead with. The event for enterprising dentists. Fine, but your sub-headline or your headline needs to mention that benefit. A strategic plan is not really a benefit. It's the end goal that's the benefit. It's like with weight loss, a fitness plan is not the benefit. Being fit and healthy is the benefit, okay? So get into the consumer's mind. What do they want? They want more money. So really it's how to skyrocket your profits from your dental practice in 2 days. Boom, done. That's so much more powerful than make a strategic plan for development of your practice. And I know you're speaking to more business owners here, but trust me, the only two benefits that people really want in life are to save time and to make money. So that's the pain points you have to hit. What I would do as well is I would flip that headline. I would then put some bullet points above the fold. So going back to this workshop one, you see how they have these bullet points. I would have it in one line, but I would change this to like a bullet point driven. What are you going to get? Like, what's the benefits? What's the 3 to 5 benefits you're going to get? Bold the keywords, okay? This gap up here, you need some social proof. So you have 0 social proof. So have a review, have 5 stars. How many people have attended your events in the past? Have you got that anywhere? Can't obviously see it. Guys, we could do so much work for you on this page. I'm really confident we could, massively increase your conversion rates here. But have that social proof, have the bullet points here, and then have a call out like how many people have joined your previous events, how much money's been made from people joining your events. You know, that's what people want to see. So you need something here that like, what are the big dental practices that are well known that have been on your event? Get some trust above the fold. Have some scarcity. Have a headline at the top that says something like, you do it down here, which is good. So you have like early bird discount, but have it up here. Early bird discount only available for another 12 hours. Have a sporadic countdown timer that every time someone lands on a page, it counts down 12 hours. Spring offer. What's your offer? You know, are you getting a free bonus? So we need some form of scarcity, and we need some form of like bonus above the fold. I never really like chatbots, but it might work for you. But I don't like it when they open as default. I would probably have it collapse. Claim your ticket. Why are you claiming it? You're buying it. Not the best call to action for me. I would have something like get your ticket now, something like that. Emoji, okay? It's good that you have an orange color. This sticks out. Then you go into your kind of best insights for structural development of your practice. Again, it's very, I know you are speaking to, you have to be careful because you're going B2B here. So you are speaking to a far more business-related audience, but they're people at the end of the day. So, you know, buzzwords work, boring words like best insights for structural development. No, like we're trying to put your dental practice on crack. We're trying to make you double your revenue. Okay, that's the goal. That's the benefit. That's why people would come to this. So that's what you need to change your text to be focused on. Bold some more stuff for practice holders and practice. Okay, you're kind of calling that out, but I don't think that's really a bold statement. It's cool that you have the summary here, so you have where it is, blah, blah, blah. That's great. Claim your ticket. But below this, you need social proof. So have a review, have the 5 stars. If you accept different payment processes, put those payment seals here as well. So we're now following the agent principle. So you're piquing my interest. So interview collaboration with Ben on Friday, speakers. Okay, keynote, leadership. Okay, that's great, but like, I would have some icons here that call out exactly what Ben does. You know, how much extra revenue has he achieved? How many years has he been in practice? Like, have some stats that this is very text heavy. Have some stats with some icons that Ben's achieved. How much money has he earned as a practice? How many people has he helped? Have those stats come out, okay? And also, I would also just, as we've seen on a lot of other audits that I'm giving here, I would have that section that's like, skyrocket your dental's revenue in 3 easy steps. 1, claim your ticket now at the discounted price. 2, join us live for the seminar. 3, with the support of us and the replays, easily implement the things you've learned and skyrocket your revenue. Like that, you've got to take them on a journey. Yes, the AIDA principle is important. If you watch our videos, we preach it. If you're joining our course, we go into it into detail. But you also have to sell that journey in that interest section just below the fold. So it's like where I am now to the benefit, to the transform for the transformation to the benefit. So do those 1, 2, 3 steps. Your proceeds after the event, fine. Okay, so we're now going through like what's included. This is good. Bold some of the stuff. Like you are more confident in leadership. The pillars. Okay, so bold some of these keywords and call them out. Again, wherever you have a call to action, you need social proof and trust. That's done in the form of a review underneath with 5 gold stars or green stars, Trustpilot stars, payment seals. Moving down, experience the previous. Okay. These do not look anything like testimonials. They just look like, one of them has a quotation mark here. You don't finish the quotation. These ones don't even have quotation marks. Like, we need more. We need like at least 6 on here, and we need a picture of the person. We need 5 gold stars, and we need to make sure these are all in quotation marks so they look like testimonials. At the moment, these just look like, blocks of content, boring. They wouldn't stop me from scrolling. I wouldn't read these as testimonials. Get pictures in there, get stars, call it out, okay? Experience of participants in previous editions. Again, it's boring. Change that to be like previous participants who have boosted their business, like a motive, those kind of key words. That's what you want to go on. The program's fine. This is good. Going through the program. Sign up for Divya Live, Dentivia. We can get a rapid AP3 position. Previous edition, will you be there this year? Okay, so fine. Okay, so you're kind of upselling something else, which is great. You've done this plan fine. This is good. Discount. Cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with this at all. This is fine. But again, I would have some form of social proof and payment seals here. Most chosen is a bad word. I would have most popular. Okay, so most popular is a far better word. So change that to most popular. But this is good. I like that section. Practical information, fine. The speakers. Okay, so this section needs to come way higher. This is, you're still piquing my interest. So before you can do this, but then have the speaker section here. So to switch that speaker section up, because no one's going to really scroll down to this section. And the speakers, I'm guessing, are a huge, huge pull to what you do. So even when you go into the Ben section here, have it below there. Other incredible speakers that will be speaking at the event. So pull them up. FAQ, perfect. I quite like this, but you should be answering the questions in the FAQ, but that's fine. Again, this is the section. This is great. So this is desire, but you need pictures. You need 5 gold stars, quotation marks, okay? Without that, they're just plain text. And then call to action. This should be very similar to your above the fold. So you need social proof. You need trust. You need to introduce scarcity. Only 3 tickets left at this price, etc. Really pull on it. And again, sign up for Dentivia Live 2022. A little bit unemotive. Something that's more grabbing them. Get now, get instant access, get that transformation. That's what's super important. Okay, guys, hopefully that has helped. I know this video's gone on for a while, and I promised to show you how you could get your free audit if you are watching this on YouTube or elsewhere. Make sure you hit subscribe, but what you need to do is you need to go ahead and join our conversion rate community. Go on over to Facebook, search for ConversionWise, or just go to /groups ConversionWise. It's a free community. You can join it. We often post loads of interesting stuff, insights. Like I said, the audit post here where people have just given me their links and I will give them free audits, transforming their business for free. We also answer any questions you may have about conversion rate optimization. I jump on videos of every question you have. So make sure you join that community today. Thank you for watching. And if you need any additional help, head on over to ConversionWise.com, and I can't wait to see you guys in another video.